Hi everybody. So this video is just going to be about what the first page, the title page of an MLA research paper should look like. So you're looking at one on the screen already done, but I want you to check your work against this one. So I'm going to go ahead and take you back through the process just in case you need to fix something. So up here, this is called the header, and the header in an MLA paper consists of your last name and the page number. Now you can't just type this in, because if you just type it in, it's going to be the same on every page, and you don't want that. See how on the second page the 1 changes to a 2. You want that to happen, so you can't just type it in. So here's how you set that up. First you go to Insert, Header, and we're going to select Header here on the side menu, and that's how I typed in the last name. So this is a fictional student named I Leaned Over. Get the joke? I leaned over. Anyway, so Eileen Dover is going to type her last name here, Dover. And I'm going to go ahead and take this out and show you how I put that in. Just to go back a bit, in case this wasn't already aligned over here, right here is the button where you choose Right Align. So if I click over here, it goes to the left. If I click in the middle, it goes to the middle. But what we want for the header on an MLA paper is aligned right, just for the header, just for this part of the paper. So I'm going to align there. So I did that by going to Insert, Header, and then I typed in, or I leaned over, typed in her last name. Now to get the page number there, I'm going to go right here to page number, and these little bitty icons come up over here showing where you want that number to go. And we want the very first icon, because what it's showing us is the very first page is going to be number 1, and it's going to be in this upper right hand corner. So we're going to click on that, and it puts the page number in for me. Now to close this header, I just put my cursor down here, double click, and I'm out of the header and back in the body of the paper. If I scroll down here, you'll see that there's a 2 here now. Watch what happens though. If I go back into my header and type in a 1 instead of telling it to insert the 1, when I go down here, oops, now every page is going to have a 1 on it. That's why I have to do it this way. So I click up here again. I'm going to take out that 1 that I typed in, because that was wrong. I can't just type it in. Now I need to go to Insert, Header and Page Number, and choose that I want it right here. And now that's fixed. If I scroll down, now the second page is going to say 2. And every page after that will be the right page number. Now I don't have to worry about this header again, because every new page is automatically going to have that on there. I'm done with that. I don't have to worry about it again. Now, back in the body of the paper, now, remember those buttons I used to align this on the right? I'm going to click here. I'm going to align on the left. And I need this set to double space. So where is that? Where is that? All right, so for double space, I click here, Format. Sometimes you see an icon up here, but it's not showing up there today. So Format, Line, Spacing, and Double. Make sure you've got a check mark next to double. You also want to make sure that your font, my font is wrong. My font should be Times New Roman and 12, and that's what it should be for the whole paper. So I'm going to go back up here and correct this too. Times New Roman 12. There we go. Okay, so now back down here. So I'm in Times New Roman 12. And I've got my spacing set at double. So this is how you type it in. Student name, so this would be your name right here. So like Joe Schmo, whatever your name is, this goes here. The next line is your teacher's name for this year, that's me. The next line is the course name, so there's that. and then the next line is the date. And this is not the way that we usually write dates in the United States, but this way you don't need any punctuation in it. And this is the correct MLA format. And the date you want to use is your due date. So I've got 17 December 2018. Okay, then let me take this out. Okay, then I'm going to hit enter, but I need to center my title. So I click here, and this time I choose the center icon. And we're going to imagine that Eileen Dover is writing a paper about global warming, and she's going to try to prove that it's real. So global warming is real. That's my title. And then I hit enter again. I'm ready for my first line of my introduction, but I don't want to center that. So don't keep typing centered under the title. Now that I've hit enter, I need to go back up here and align left. And to start my first paragraph, I'm just going to hit tab to indent that first paragraph. See where this is going over here? So that's aligned left on the left edge. But every paragraph should be indented. So I hit the tab button and it should go over 5 spaces. Okay, so that's how I set up my title page. That's going to be my first page of my paper. I don't add any other header pages or title pages at all. This will be what my teacher sees as my first page. So that's got that all set up. Next, we'll take a look at what should be in your introduction, and you'll review your own introduction and make sure that you're all set to go with that. So go back and watch this video again. If your header page, if your title page, your first page, if it doesn't look like this, if it doesn't have your name, last name up here, and page number, if it doesn't have 4 lines over here, if it doesn't have a title, and you don't have to be sure of that title right now, but you can go ahead and put something in just to get it set up. If yours doesn't look like this, go back and watch this video again, click back and forth between your Google Drive document, click back and forth between your document and your and this video, and make sure you get your setup just like this. Good job.